insurance. Everyone knows that they need auto insurance, but choosing the right coverage can be confusing. How does your coverage differ between a collision and having a tree fall on your car? There's two different types of coverage. If you were in an auto accident that was your fault, your vehicle strikes something, that's going to be covered by your collision. Tree falling in your car is going to be covered by your comprehensive part. Are damages to your car from a flood, fire, hailstorm, or vandalism covered? Well, it depends. It depends on how much coverage you have. If you do have the comprehensive coverage, those things would in fact be covered. If you do not, you're just going to have to pay for those damages yourself. Are you covered in a car accident if you're the one at fault and you or someone in your vehicle gets seriously injured? Again, it depends. If you're driving around with only liability coverage, no, your injuries in your vehicle will not be covered unless you have the correct amount of coverage. And then is your car covered in a car accident in which you are the driver at fault? And once again, it depends. If you're just driving around with liability, your vehicle will not be covered, and your beautiful car, your point A to point B vehicle is now scrap metal. So what is it? Understanding your coverage. Compulsory mandatory statement of auto liability insurance. Do you know what the below numbers mean? I'm going to tell you. 15,000, 30,000, 10,000. These numbers represent the absolute minimum legal amount of liability insurance required by the state of Arizona in order to maintain a current legal vehicle registration and avoid a license suspension and or fine. And those fines can be very, very steep. If you're able to afford it, you should actually have considerably more than this insurance. I like to call this 15, 30, 10 barely legal insurance, because that's all it is. It's really not a whole lot more than a piece of paper that you can put in your glove box to give the police if you get pulled over. Roughly 32% of insured drivers in Arizona carry no more than this barely legal insurance, and another 20% of drivers, 1 in 5, actually have no insurance at all, in spite of it being illegal not to have insurance. So that really puts about 50% of people out there that are either uninsured or uninsured, underinsured or uninsured. So what do these red numbers mean? The first 15,000 in this number here is the per person bodily injury liability, and pays for bodily injuries expenses, including lost wages, therapies, and other injury-related liabilities up to the coverage limit to others in another vehicle for an accident in which you are at fault. It does not cover you or anyone else in your vehicle. No more than the limit will be paid to any one person. Any bodily injury expenses beyond this legal limit will be paid for out of pocket by you. Are you prepared to be sued for any remaining injury costs? How hard do you think it would be to reach $15,000 in bodily injury expenses? What if they go to the emergency room? What if they leave in an ambulance? What if they have to leave in a helicopter? They're injured that bad. What if they die? You think $15,000 is going to get you very far? It's not. So can you afford more than, if you can afford more than $15,000, get it. The next number, 30,000, that's an aggregate amount. Same thing as bodily injury. It pays for bodily injuries, expenses including lost wages, therapies, other injury-related liabilities, up to the coverage limit to others in a vehicle that is not yours and an accident that is your fault. It does not cover you or anyone else in your vehicle. No more than the limit will be paid per accident, regardless of how many people you injure. So if you got a car full of 4 people, and each of them sustains $15,000 in injuries, it's still only going to pay out $30,000. You're going to be coming out of pocket for the remaining $30,000. Any bodily injury expenses beyond the limit will be paid out of pocket by you. Are you prepared to be sued for any remaining injury costs? How hard do you think it would be to reach $30,000 in bodily injury expenses if you injure multiple people, such as a family? So if you can afford more than $30,000, get it. The final number in red is 10,000. That is the minimum legal amount of property damage liability in Arizona. This pays for property damage expenses, including other people's vehicles, fences, telephone poles, buildings, traffic lights and signs, any other property you might damage, destroy beyond the vehicle that you are operating. It only pays up to the coverage limit to others for an accident in which you are at fault. It does not cover your own vehicle or anything in it. No more than the limit will be paid per accident, regardless of how much damage you cause. Any damages beyond this $10,000 will be paid for by you out of pocket. Again, what if multiple vehicles are involved? Are you prepared to be sued for this difference? How hard do you think it would be to reach $10,000 in property damage expenses in an accident you caused? You better hope that you hit a cheap car. So if you can afford more than $10,000, again, get it. So non-compulsory, get this thing out of my way. Non-compulsory coverages. Since these coverages are not required in the state of Arizona for you to be legally insured, are they just a waste of money? Think so. Some people think so. So why spend the extra money? So uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage. These coverages are optional in Arizona and cover bodily injury expenses to you and your passengers in an accident in which you are not at fault. It pays secondary to and is stackable to at-fault bodily motorist to the at-fault motorist bodily injury liability coverage limits or lack thereof in an accident in which you are not at fault, and it's paid per person. Limits may not exceed your bodily injury liability limits. Now remember, 20% of drivers in Arizona are uninsured and 32% only have that barely legal insurance, so the underinsured. Also covers injuries caused to you as a pedestrian by a motorist and in hit and run situations. So again, are you prepared to cover you or your passengers' injury-related costs in an accident that you didn't even cause? And then basically you want to ask yourself, how good is your health insurance? If you think you've got good health insurance, you know, maybe you don't need it. I think you do. But unless you've got fantastic health insurance coverage, in spite of it being optional, it's something you should have on your policy. Another optional coverage is collision coverage. Collision coverage is optional in Arizona and covers damage to your vehicle resulting from a collision in which your vehicle strikes another object, regardless of fault. It pays out the actual cash value of your vehicle minus your deductible. The higher your deductible, the lower your premium is going to be. However, how much are you prepared to come out of pocket to repair or replace your vehicle after a crash? This coverage will also repair or replace your vehicle, then subrogate to the other driver's insurance company on your behalf in an accident in which you are not at fault. In this case, your deductible will be refunded. This coverage is required by most lending institutions when your vehicle is financed or leased. So, this gentleman here, he works for USAA. Say you're struck by a driver that has USAA insurance. You can actually go ahead and file a claim with Liberty Mutual under your collision policy to get things rolling. And eventually then Liberty Mutual would subrogate back to USAA for the difference, and it works both ways. But it's a quick way to get your vehicle covered. If you do not have this coverage, you're totally at the mercy of the other person's insurance. Comprehensive coverage. Comprehensive coverage is optional in Arizona, and it covers losses resulting from incidents other than a collision, minus your deductible. For example, you are covered and your vehicle will be replaced if it is stolen. Your vehicle will also be repaired or replaced if it is damaged or destroyed by fire, flood, vandalism, hail, hitting an animal, falling tree, other debris, etc. Again, the higher your deductible, the lower your premium is going to be. However, how much are you prepared to come out of pocket to repair or replace your vehicle in one of these instances? This coverage will also repair or replace your windows and mirrors free of charge if you have a zero deductible full glass replacement. Comprehensive coverage, and then the collision coverage that we previously talked about, is required by most lending institutions when your vehicle is financed or leased. Other optional coverage that we have is towing and labor with roadside assistance. So this, your vehicle breaks down, you lock your keys in your car, run out of gas, dead battery. Liberty Mutual sends somebody out to you, get you back on the road. If you can't get it started, we will tow you to the nearest Liberty Mutual approved repair facility or your home. And then also we have unlimited rental car coverage. So if you cannot drive your car due to a covered loss, an accident or whatever, something fell in it, you will be eligible for reimbursement of the cost of substitute transportation. If you do rent your car through Enterprise, we actually will do sign and drive. You won't be reimbursed. It's already taken care of right now. And we also will waive the limits on that. Some discounts that are available through Liberty Mutual. We have partner organization discounts that we like to call affinities. One right now that I really like is with Fry's. If you have a Fry's VIP card, we're actually giving 10% discounts to your auto insurance and 5% on your home insurance. Plus, for switching your policy to Liberty Mutual, we will give 1,000 Fry's Fuel Rewards points to you, so you can use that to save money on your gas, and then 250 points more additionally every month going forward. So if you switched your home and your auto policy to us, 2,000 points in the first month and 500 a month points a month every month going forward. So not only are you going to save money on your auto insurance, but in your homeowner's insurance, but you're going to save money on gas as well. We also do multi-policy discounts, so the more policies you place with us, the lower your premiums on all those policies will be. Multi-car discount, preferred payment method discounts, vehicle safety features, retired people, college graduates, so on and so forth. Right track discount, that's a little device that we plug into vehicles. We put it in there for about 90 days. It tracks your driving habits. You automatically get a discount for using it, And you can't lose that discount. You can't drive yourself to a lower premium. You're going to automatically get 5%. If you drive well for the next 90 days, the premium that you're quoted will actually reduce up to 30%. It doesn't track your speed. What it tracks is hard braking, rapid acceleration, miles driven, and time you're on the road. So if you're sitting at a red light, light turns green, and you're imagining that somebody just waved the green flag in a NASCAR race, it's not going to appreciate that too much. If coming up to there's a stop sign up there and you're one of the people that like to wait to the last second to stop and you slam on your brakes, it's not going to like that too much. If you're on the road between midnight and about 5 a.m., it's not crazy about that. It's going to assume that either you're on the road drinking and driving or you're on the road with a bunch of people who are, or tired, and then miles driven. But it doesn't matter. You can drive like a devil and you're not going to lose that 5% discount. But if you drive like an angel, your premium's actually going to go down after 90 days. And then, as I mentioned, the Fry's Fuel Rewards program that's only available here in Arizona, and then plus there's many, many more. So coverage benefits with Liberty Mutual. Locally licensed sales and service agents, such as myself. Actually, Brandy works for us as well. Accident forgiveness. So if you're able to be accident-free for 5 years, we will basically ignore the first accident that you're in. So being in an accident will not increase your rates as long as you're in no more than one accident in a 5-year period. New car replacement. What that is if you just bought a brand new car, such as Brian over here, and that car is within being 1 year old and no more than 15,000 miles on it, and you're in an accident that your car's totaled, we're not going to replace the Blue Book value. We're going to give you a brand new car. So you don't lose that brand new car. Better car replacement is an optional coverage that we can endorse on. What that will do is say you have a 2010 Dodge Charger and you're in an accident and your car's totaled, regardless of fault. We will replace that car with not a 2010 Dodge Charger, but instead a 2011 Dodge Charger that had 15,000 miles less than the car that you currently had. Then I'm right on time then. 12-month rate lock, which is actually pretty unique to Liberty Mutual. Most insurance companies only do 6-month rate locks. Ours is 12. So when we give you a premium, that's the premium you're going to pay for the next 12 months, not for the next 6 months. So you're not going to have to worry about is my rate going to change in 6 months. A lot of people think that, man, it just seems like my rate changes all the time. It only changes once every 6 months. But with us, it's 12 months. So and then 24/7 claims assistance. And then we also have a cool little app now that you can download in the App Store or the Play Store. It allows you to manage your policy. You can pay your bill through your app, via your auto insurance ID cards, report and track claims, upload pictures of damage or an accident. You can take pictures of it and send it to Liberty Mutual. Search for auto repair shops, request rental vehicle, check on payment status. And then we also have an app that's not showing on here for if you have a home policy that will allow you to go around your house, take pictures of the stuff room by room, and basically catalog the items that you have in your house for Liberty Mutual. And anybody have any questions? That's my presentation. I'd love to help you out. Joni?
I have AAA. And
Okay.